I take you down to my phone screen to show you exactly how you can go about buying mobile phones, that's either iPhones, Samsung, or any other brand, so far as you can actually get it on this app called Pinduoduo app, I'm going to be taking you through step by step how you can be able to buy all of that from very legit suppliers and ship it down from China to anywhere at all that you are. So but before we get to that particular tutorial videos, I'll have to show you some few things that you have to know even before we get into the ordering process. Before you get into the ordering process, especially when it comes to mobile phones like the iPhone, you should know that we have the used ones. Yes, you can get used phones from China. You can also get brand new phones from China. We also have those that are refurbished ones that you can also get. And not so long, like it's just recently, like not so long, that we now know that we also have the clone ones. The clone ones too are also now a part of the type of phones. So before you even go ahead to buy from any supplier at all that I'm going to be showing us in this particular video, you have to make sure that you know what each and every one of these four things that I've spoken about stands for. So the clone ones, they are not the original. They are not original iPhone. They act like iPhones, but they are not iPhones. If you see a clone Samsung phone, they act like Samsung, but it is not exactly Samsung. All of this, you get it over there, right? So you have to know which one you are going in for. When it comes to the used ones, used, as we know, is used. So somebody has probably used it before, maybe slightly. So the person, they are reselling those phones that have been used, right? And when it comes to those that are brand new, we know brand new is brand new. It comes sealed in its box with all of its accessories and any other thing that it comes in with, right? So that is it for the brand new. And when it comes to those that are refurbished, the refurbished ones are those that probably there was some fault in a certain part of the phone and it has been, worked on. Let me just put it that way. They have worked on that phone. Maybe something spoiled or something wasn't functioning very well, and they have replaced those ones, right? So you need to know that all of these categories of phones that I've spoken about, you will get all of them. So if you are not really very careful and you don't know exactly what you are going in for, you'll get a phone and you'll be like, no, this is not what I got, but that is exactly what you got because you were not careful enough to know exactly which one that you are going in for. So all of these that I've spoken about, you'll get it from this Pinduoduo. But you have to be very careful. I'm very much stressing on it. Okay, so one strategy that usually I'll suggest for people that are buying phones from China to wherever you are is to get a testing officer. Yes, somebody in China that will receive it. When you purchase these items, you can return it, but because sometimes by the time it will get to us over here, that return duration might have been over. Sometimes it's like 7 days return. We have some that is like 3 days return, 4 days. So just imagine if you don't receive it here before that, even if you receive it in wherever you are before that, how are you returning it? I hope you understand. So it's always best that you get somebody that is within China to receive the mobile phone and check through and see is everything okay. If everything is fine, then they'll ship it down to you. If everything is not fine, they'll return it back to the supplier. So I'm also going to be giving you that particular person's contact number. Once you have that number and you are purchasing this phone, once you purchase, it's going to that person. The person will check it and the person will ship it down for you. Very simple and as easy as that. So shipping of these phones, how do you do it? So you can actually ship using sea or you can ship using air, right? So if you want to use the air, it's a bit higher, but I always suggest that with mobile phones, make sure that you use air. Okay, I'm not saying like make sure like it's not like you should know, but it's preferably that you use the air. But if you want to use C, that is okay. I've used C to import phone before, yes, but it's just that it's going to take a while. So if that is okay for you, you can go ahead to do that. But before, especially these branded ones like iPhone, Samsung, and all of that, you have to make sure the shipping company you are using can accept phones like that, because sometimes some of these branded items get issues when they are about to clear them at the port. So if you don't have this information or you haven't given this information to the shipping company and they don't even know that a package like this is in, and they find out that a package like this is in, it sometimes delays the process. So branded items, anything but like this iPhone or if it's Samsung, like branded popular ones that we know over here, make sure that you inform your shipping company about it even before you go ahead to purchase. So without saying a whole lot, please let's get right into my phone screen and I'm going to show you step by step. Okay, so here I am on my Pinduoduo app. So first of all, as we are on our Pinduoduo app, there are two ways you can search for these phones. Okay, so the first way you can search is by getting an image of the item. So let's say it's an iPhone 12 that you are looking for, or iPhone 13, or iPhone 14 Pro Max that you are looking for, or Samsung, any version of Samsung that you are looking for. All you have to do is to get the image of that phone and download it onto your gallery, click over here and select it, and it is going to search it out. Okay, the other way you can be able to search for this item here is by clicking on the search bar. So you click on the search bar and you are going to write whatever thing it is that you are looking for in this particular search bar. Okay, so we are first of all, so we are going to click on the search bar. That's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to search for an iPhone. I don't really know which type, but I'm going to search for an iPhone. So let me just search for iPhone 12. You can even see that as you search, they are adding other different searches that you can actually use. Okay, they are adding other different searches that you can actually use so that it can help you in your search. Okay, so if it's any of these that they are giving as options, just click on it. Okay, if it is not any of these options that they have given, all I have to do is to type it here as I have done, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the search. Okay, so here are different types of sellers or different types of suppliers that are on this platform, and they are selling this same item that I have searched for. Okay, so all I have to do is to go through these suppliers one by one. So anything that has to do with iPhone 12, whether they are accessories or other things too, the search will be added to it because I did not specify what exactly, whether it's a phone or accessory. Okay, so as I put in the iPhone 12, I'm going to go ahead and now be moving from supplier to supplier. Sometimes let us not be lazy in our sourcing. If you want to get good prices and good items, make sure you do your sourcing right. If it is about 3 suppliers, make sure you get 3 different suppliers that you are going to be working with at the same time, and get the one that works well for you. Then you go ahead to deal with that particular supplier. Okay, so the first supplier that I'm going to be going to is this particular first one on my search. So I just have to click on it. Okay, once I click on it, this is how the page looks like. Okay, this is how the page looks like. So all the first thing I have to do is to check out the price. Okay, so as you can see over here, it is 1487. Okay, 1487 RMB. Okay, so as it's over here, the second thing I'm supposed to do on this particular page is for me to translate this page. It's very, very important. Okay, you know, we have spoken about the different types. Once you translate here, it will give you a fair idea of which type you are dealing with. I hope you understand. So we are going to go ahead. So I'm going to bring my translator and I'm putting it over here. Okay, so as you can see, they said Apple iPhone 12 Chinese version, genuine product. Okay, and all original, unrepaired, excellent condition, fully unlocked 5G. Okay, so this is a bit information about the phone. So as we have seen, the phone has never been repaired before. So, and the phone is in excellent condition, right? Then it is also a dual SIM phone. Okay, it's also a dual SIM phone. So once I have checked this particular description, the next thing I'm going to do is now to scroll down a bit, and the next thing you're going to see is to read this particular portion over here. Sorry. Okay, so let me use this so that it's easier for us. So you're going to read this particular portion here. Okay, you have to know what is here because this will tell you what is happening in the store, like the policies of the store. Every store and their policy. So if you don't know and you go and buy it and it doesn't work for you, that is their policy. So make sure you know exactly what it is about. So I'm going to click over here. I'm going to read this. So they are saying sold out soon, so it means that they have limited stocks. Okay, so this is the price. Sometimes this translator is just okay. So can you see 7 days no reason return? There are some stores that it will be like 3 days, some stores like 4 days, some like 7, as you can see. So if the store doesn't have this, it means that when you buy, you can't return it. I hope you understand. So those of us that are also going to be using the contact, like somebody to check it in China for you before they bring it, it's important the store has this, okay, because this will give the person time to check the phone for some time, okay, and return it. But if the store doesn't have this, it means that even if there's an issue with the phone, they should not return that particular item. I hope you understand. So it is very much important. It is very much important that the store has this particular 7-day no reason return. I hope you understand. So it's very much important. So let's move to the next one. So they're saying that we're 24-hour delivery. So when you pay within 24 hours, within 1 day, they are going to deliver. So it means that they have very speedy delivery service, which is also very good. Okay, so return and exchange including shipping fee. So it means that you can actually, once you are returning the item, let's say the item has an issue and you are returning it, they are going to add, if there is a delivery attached to that item, a delivery fee or a shipping fee attached to that particular item, they are going to add it. So it means that they will not take part of the money and give you half because you are returning an item in that particular store. And if there is also going to be an exchange, it's also going to include the shipping fee. So when they are exchanging for you, you are not going to now pay a new shipping fee again. They'll just exchange and ship it back to you. Okay, I hope you understand. So now let's go to this one. Okay, so they are saying that SF express free shipping. Okay, so it means that their delivery is express, as they said, which is the 24-hour delivery. Okay, so now we are going to move ahead, and the next thing you are going to look for is this particular place, okay, which also contains the review. Please, if it's because I've been using this for some time, that's why I know where some of these things are. If you don't know where it is, make sure you translate it and understand it. Okay, that's how we have been doing it. So you can just translate it and you are good to go. So I'm clicking on where the 25 is. The 25 is going to show me reviews. So reviews are people that have bought from this store and what they are actually saying about this store. So as you can see, all of these are reviews. People that have bought, and they are showing the pictures of the items that they have bought from this particular store. Okay, so you can get time, if you are applying, get time and read the reviews, okay, so that you understand. Let me just click on one of the reviews so that we can see it in detail. Okay, so can you see that? Okay, so that's how this person received. So they have them in different colors, as you can see. Okay, so these are all reviews. These are all reviews. All of these are all reviews. They are all reviews from that particular store. Okay, so after you check the review, you are going to move ahead. Okay, so we clicked on the review, so we are going to go back to the home page. So here is where the reviews were, right? So once we are done, we are going to now come down over here. We are going to translate. So translate, if you don't understand something, translate. Reviews for the store. So these are all the reviews. If you want to check all reviews from this store, everything, the 25 was for only this particular product, but if you want to check for all the overall store of this particular store, we are going to click at where the 128 is. Okay, once we are done, we are now coming to the main store. So here is the person's whole store. Okay, so this will give you information about the store. Okay, so now this is the store name. Once you click over here, sometimes our translators so once you click over here is pension telegram telecom. I just hope I had that right. Okay, so now they are saying that what they have 32,000 pieces that they have assembled. Okay, that's the 32 pieces that they had in stock, and they have 11,000 plus followers. So as this person has 11,000 more followers, it only means that like it is a good store, because if it's not a good store, many people will not be following them, right? That is just like what we assume. Okay, so if you check on their following and you want to enter their store, all you have to do is to click here, but that's not what we are here for. We are here for this particular product. So once we are done with checking the store, the next thing we are going to do is to come to this particular. So as you can see, it is just step by step, it's just moving step by step. So if you follow it step by step and check all of these, you should be good to go. So once you are done, you are going to click on this arrow over here. Okay, this is going to give you specifications of the phone. Whatever the phone is, it is going to tell you how the phone is, what it is, the inches, how long is the phone, how short is the phone, every single thing they're going to show you in this particular one. So let's check the first. So they said the brand, which we see is Apple. Then the third is model, which is iPhone 12. Then the product quality is national original. Okay, so it's national original. Then product source is official second hand, as you can see. So it means that this phone, it is not brand new. Okay, it is a used phone. It's a second hand phone. Okay, so product type. Okay, so you can check all of these. Okay, so as you can see, the most important one is knowing if it is they'll now give you specifications, how big the item is, how small it is, when it was produced, and all of that. Okay, so after checking this place, we are then going to go ahead, okay, and check this particular page. So can you see this particular page is very, very important, because this one now it is used, right? But even the used, we still have different types of used. How used was it used? I don't know if you are getting me. How used was it used? Hey, I don't know if my English is making sense. How used was it used? Okay, so that's what we are now going to check here. So what I'm going to do over here, because this is graphics, okay, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this page. Okay, so I'll just take a screenshot of this page, okay, and I'm going to head on. Okay, so here is how they translated pages. It's very important that you understand this one, so that when they are telling you that, okay, it is 90% new, it's 99% new, it is 95% new, you understand what they mean. That is why this thing is there. So if you get through to and you see this page, make sure you understand it very well. So now let's just take the first one. I'm talking of these sites. Okay, so these sites here, okay, this size is going to give you exactly what it means. So let's read the very first one. They said when they say it's almost new, what does almost new mean? Almost new mean is as good as new. What does as good as new mean? It means that it's the original machine, the battery efficiency is 100%, all functions are normal, appearance has almost no sign of use, and screen display is intact. Can you see that? So it's important that you read this side, okay, and read this side. All right, so the next one is 99% new. When is 99% new? What does it mean? It means that it is minor use. Okay, so you can read the bottom there and understand what the meaning of minor use mean. Then when they say it's 95% new, what does it mean? It means that it is slightly used. And what does slightly used mean? It means that it is like this, as you can see at the bottom there. And when they say it's 9 new, what does it mean? That's 90% new. What does it mean? It means that it is lightly used. And what does lightly used mean? You have to understand. But they have given us images over here. Okay, can you see the images? They have given us images over here. Okay, to just show you that, okay, so this is probably how a 90% used phone is going to appear. This is probably how a 80% used phone is going to appear. So it will show you all the things you need to know about this particular items before you even go ahead. Can you see the last one? They also have those that are defective. Okay, they have those that are defective machine with obvious defects. So these there may be obvious functional defects, there are obvious scratches, wear and tear, and all of that, and bumps on the outside. Okay, so this is how you should know when they say 80% new, what it means, 90% new, what it means, 99% new, what it means is already here. Once you access their store, make sure you check all of these. Okay, so once we checked this particular place, okay, so we are going back to our Pinduoduo. Okay, so okay, so we're here. So once you have checked this particular place, okay, you can, okay, so the next one is just specifications of the phone. Okay, but those are the important things that you need to know, because that is what is going to show you exactly what you are buying. Okay, if you don't understand that one, then it means that you can buy an item that maybe it is not exactly what you expect. So after this, what is next? Are you going to buy now? No, you are then going to chat with the supplier. Very, very important. Don't buy this phone without chatting with the supplier. Don't just go ahead and buy without chatting with supplier. So you have to chat with the supplier. So I'm going to click on the chat with the supplier. Okay, so here is the supplier's DM. Once I click over here, I can type whatever message I want to ask. Now here are the obvious ones that I think if you are buying this, you should ask. You should ask how, like, already you have seen that it's a used phone, but you can see that they are in different categories. They have used phone, they have 90%, 99%, 80%, and all of those. Okay, so you can go ahead and ask the person the percentage usage of the phone. Okay, or you can even do like, okay, you didn't see that it's a used phone, but or you can ask for the specifications of the phone. So you can tell the person to give you the real specifications of the phone. Very honest, what they call it, honest suppliers will always tell you the truth. They'll just tell you, okay, so it is 80% like this, we have changed this before in the phone, we have changed the camera before, we haven't changed the camera before, we have changed this before, we haven't changed this before. Okay, so it is not like that. It is 99% new, and already you know how 99% new phone is. Okay, so here's where you're going to type whatever message it is that you're going to type and ask your supplier. Okay, so let's go back. So once you are done asking your supplier and you are satisfied with the answers that you get from this supplier, all you have to do is to click on this particular orange bar here, and you are going to get the opportunity to make a purchase. Okay, so once you come over here to, it's very important that you translate it and actually understand whatever is happening over here. Okay, so how to buy direct, trading. Okay, so we know that once it comes to this place, you have the opportunity to buy direct, and you also have the opportunity to join other people to buy. Okay, so here you can be able, so as you can see, this black color, this green color, this white color, okay, this blue, this red, and this purple. Okay, and they have them in different gigabytes. Okay, so we have the 64 gigabytes, we have the 128 gigabytes, and we have the 256 gigabytes. Okay, so once you have, you can click on the one you want. So each and every one you are clicking, and the price, you can see the price is changing as I click on it, right? Because that is how it is. Even in our local market, that is how they sell these phones. Okay, so can you see that 99 new? So it means that this phone is 99% new. So this is almost as new as possible. Okay, all right. So once everything is done, all I have to do is select. So let's say I'm selecting this, and I want the 258 gigabyte. All I have to do is to click like this. Okay, and the total price is going to be here. This is how much I'm going to be getting this particular phone. Okay, so an iPhone 11. Okay, so let me choose this. So if it's the iPhone 11, and I'm going to, so this is 99% new. Okay, I'm going to be getting it at this particular 1627, or let me say 1628 RMB. Okay, so as I said, that don't rely on one supplier. Once I'm done chatting with this particular supplier, okay, remember we searched so many, all I have to do is to can even say this one, the price is a bit lower. Yes, so if you feel price is higher, move to the next supplier and you compare. I hope you understand. You compare their pricing and all of that. You compare their pricing so that you see. So now also look at this person's reviews. Look at the store reviews. All of these are iPhones. All of these are iPhones. Can you see that? All of these, they are all iPhones. Okay, so you also do the same thing with it as I showed you. Then you move to the next store. Okay, then you are going to check like, so you have like 3 suppliers at your disposal. Then you now compare the pricing, you compare their policies and all of that. Okay, so I'm just clicking on the reviews. Can you see this? So this supplier even has laptops. Okay, this particular supplier even have laptops. Most of them, they are into these gadgets. Okay, most of these people that sell these phones, it's not only phones that you'll be getting from them. So look at all of these. So these are also laptops that this particular supplier has, and they sell iPhones too. Okay, so if you get time, okay, and you go through this, you're going to get very good deals. You're going to get very good deals from this particular supplier. Just know that most of the items here are always used, okay, but they are the slightly used ones. Okay, but you also get brand new ones. All is about asking. That is why I said it's very important that you always go ahead to chat with the suppliers, so that you know exactly what you are going in for. Okay, so you just be going from store to store like this. You are going to be reading to see exactly which item exactly you are purchasing, or which item exactly you are going in for. Okay, so I want to read this person's reviews too. So as you can see, there are so many suppliers on this particular app that you can chat them and see exactly how it is. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this video. Like this video, share it with friends and family. Most importantly, subscribe to this channel, and also do not forget to hit on the bell notification button. By the way, I am running an importation course at this particular point. If you want to go into the business of importation and you don't know where to start, who to hold your hand, who to show you the way, DM Dorkie, and we are definitely going to talk about that. I'll be seeing you in my next video. It is bye bye.